guys, and welcome back to our White Tigers Rising series here with the Truro City Football Club. We are here 4 games into the league plus the Capital One Cup, and we're sitting in 12th, so 6 points out of 4 games. We've won 2, drawn 0, lost 2. Not sure how I feel about the month. I think I'm comfortable with where we're sitting in the league. Sort of this 12. Still in touch. We're only a point out of the playoff positions. I think is a good place. 3 of the teams you can see we played this month. So Plymouth, Newport, and Accrington are all at the sort of in the top end of the table. So it's been it was a tough month at the end of it, but I'm reasonably pleased with how we did. We've lost Kelsey Mooney for a while, so he's torn knee ligaments. I think he's down for 3 months on that. So let's just take a quick look at the squad at the start here. Veal with 4 goals is our leading scorer. Freddie Tracy right behind him. Keshi Anderson and Kinsanella are our leading assist men with 2 apiece. Veal's our best with 2 Man of the Match awards. Key pass guys, so Keshi Anderson, which is really what I'm looking for out of that deep lying forward role. I'm a little disappointed that his rating's not higher, but he is playing incredibly well. And then Joe Grayson is our best man over the last 5 matches with a 7.72 rating, and Freddie Tracy not too far behind him with a 7.68. A lot of good overall average ratings in the squad so far. So overall, pretty pleased with how things are going, and so stay tuned here, and we'll jump into the highlights and see how the month has went. So see you in the first highlight, guys. Okay, guys, so our first game opening the season in the beginning of August was on the road against Barnet. They've been an absolute bogey club for us. We really struggled against them last year. They beat us twice in the league, I believe. They beat us in the quarterfinals of the Johnson Paint Trophy. So we didn't have the best of it. And to be fair, I didn't think we were going to get it on this one. I think good determination really won out on this one, and Freddie Tracy was hot, and when he's hot, it usually indicates a hat trick in there. So he got things started off in the 9th minute on this one. So good play out. Keshi Anderson getting a good head on it. He gets in and just slots a nice shot in right there. So good link-up play from with the new striker and our goal machine. I'd really love to see 30 goals from Freddie this year in the league. So he was at, I think, 24 or 25 last season. So Charlie Adams managed to pull one back for them, unfortunately. Again, he just gets behind. You can see, let's rewind so you can take a little bit better look of it. So he is right here. So again, center backs are lined up pretty well. Lund's out there. We got the winger in covering, and unfortunately Kinsella just falls asleep, and Adams, as you can see here, just gets away. Kinsella was asleep at the switch. Lund was already marking a guy on that, so we end up letting up the run and giving up the goal right there. So it was pretty quiet again until the 60th minute when Freddie Tracy strikes again. Nice link up in the midfield between Lapsley and Wes McDonald. Just a really nice cross in from Kinsella there on that nice wide play. And he drops that one in the back of the net. Ashley Hunt decided, good time to claw one back. As you can see, here's Hunt. But again, just to rewind here a little bit. So the line's set up well. Okay, so Grayson's out of position a little bit, attacking the ball maker, but we've got Holmes, who's covering the wingman. We've got Lapsley in the midfield, who's kind of keeping things in the center down. Kinsella's pulled in. He's covering his man over. He's covering Adams over here. Asagi has got Calvert marked. Unfortunately, the ball's going to come to the inside to Calvert. We're going to drift back and let Hunt go, sort of put bring Hunt onside and give up the goal. As you can see, um, Penny gets back a little too aggressively and brings Hunt onside, and unfortunately we give up the equalizer. But thankfully, we score in bunches, so Freddie Tracy decided that one more was what he needed. Veal gets in, just puts a dangerous cross in that weird no man's land of the 6-yard box, and Tracy's right there to bang that one in, and we end up pulling out the 3-2 victory. So that's it for this highlight, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, so this was the Capital One Cup first round. We were on the road at Ipswich in a game I thought we didn't deserve anything out of. That, I put a reasonably rotated side in. Unfortunately, with the rules, you can only put so many rotated guys in there. But I tried to rotate some guys in to give some folks some rest. And it turns out our counterattack was just lethal in this one. And we ended up knocking two back, including a really late equalizer, and beat Ipswich on penalties, which has allowed us to draw Premier League side Derby in the second round of the Cup. So hopefully we get a decent turnout for the Derby game, and I can pull some cash out of that one. But again, you can see Ipswich just shot all over the place. They were on target a lot. We were fouling them left, right, and center. We weren't on target very much, but we were 2 out of 3 for what we had. And we really played them tough. So Ipswich opened things up in the 44th minute. Corner kick just... Unfortunately, Cornell just jives for it, and we get beat on the set piece. There's not a whole lot. I've decided to retool my set piece a little bit. I went back and looked at the FM Veteran a little bit and his new article on defending set pieces, and we've made some adjustments after this game in there, and I'll have to let you know how it works out because I don't think we've really got enough time in on it just yet. So one from a set piece, one from open play. He just turns in space, and it's just a different level of quality than what we possess on there, and Ojama just bangs that into the back in there. So at this point, we're down 2-0, and I'm kind of hoping it's not going to get any worse. When Jamie Veal decides to step up, of all guys, a striker I've sort of written off, but Keshi Anderson gets around his man, and again, that just puts the ball into that really nice place. Veal puts his head on it and knocks that into the back, and we're now down 2-1. With 23 minutes left to go, and we used all 23 minutes of it. So set piece here, Lund decides that he wants to almost put it out. Kinsella gets it, just sort of a weird cross where nobody wanted to attack it, and it found its way to Veal's feet, and he just slid it right in. And we ended up going to penalties. I'll spare you the penalty shootout, but we ended up 5-3 on penalties. Ujama, who gigged us for the second goal, ended up missing it. Cornell came up with a huge stop there, and we go through to play Derby in the second round. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next highlight. Okay, guys, so welcome back to the Newport County game, and unfortunately this was a game where we just decided we didn't feel like winning. So we're home, or we came home for the first time to open things up at Brickland Park. The board have announced that they are going to attempt to purchase Brickland Park and make this our permanent home under ownership of the club. We are currently expanding it at this point, so we've put a fair amount of investment into this stadium, so we're going to try and buy it. Unfortunately, it just didn't feel like home today, and Newport County managed, they just outplayed us. A lot more shots, a lot more on target. Not much went in. Good play from overall. I'm really happy with how our midfield's been playing overall. But again, when our striking core doesn't show up, our striking core just show up on this one. rebound, nobody really wants to get it, and Collins is just there to kind of mop things up. So I'm pleased that we got in and defended the cross in the initial shot, but nobody in the defense seems to want to clean up those rebounds. And again, for the second time so far this season, it's punished us. But that was all for this particular one, so a little disappointed, and I'll see you guys in the next highlight. Okay, guys, so this was the first proper Cornwall derby of Season 7 against Plymouth. And as you can see, they got the best of us. But this was a good game, and this is what derby games, I think, are supposed to be all about. It was back and forth. It was tense. It was exciting. They shot a lot more, but in terms of being on target, things were pretty even. Possession was even. This game was really even, and I really thought we could do it. I thought we were going to yank a point out of this one, given how back and forth it was, and they just nicked us at the end. So Connor Egan, which was a player we were both in, and when I found Ben Holmes, I had actually decided not to sign him, and Plymouth signed him. Itty-bitty little dude there. You can see he's like 5'2", I think, and just snuck his way in the back there. Again, poor marking at the back from Penny in the fullback slot there, and lets him go. Lewis Baldwin, of all people, on a set piece, just gets his big old head out in front there and is able to pull us back to level just after the break. Unfortunately, about 15 minutes later or so, Henry Hickford decides, now's a good time from a set piece to bop one in. Again, nobody in the defense just mopping anything up. I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I'd love to be out on the training ground with a stun gun, but I can't seem to get them to want to go after those rebounds. Keshi Anderson, in a really nice run from open play and kind of the reverse of what we'd seen, just Phipp finds him and just boom, blasts that in, manages to draw us level in this one. And I thought, okay, 10 minutes to go, we can do this one. And then unfortunately, Sean McDonald had other thoughts. A set piece gets us again. They get it out there and just cross right in. Nobody's marking him. He gets a free header in there, just smashes into the back, and that's it. And Plymouth end up winning 3-2. So I'm disappointed we lost the first derby on the road at Plymouth. We'll have to nick them back when they get back to Bricklin Park for us. But that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next highlight. Okay, guys, so this was the game against Accrington Stanley at home, and we actually managed to pull this one out. Again, we left it till late. Freddie Tracy had another lousy game to start. We brought Veal in, and Veal seems to be be scoring really well from us off the bench on this one. So Adam Buxton opened this one up for them in the 48th minute. Oh, actually, yeah. And just, again, another set piece where we're not clearing the ball on this one. So we're still doing some work with set pieces and trying to get things all cleaned up from those. But unfortunately, it didn't, or it wasn't fatal. So 78th minute, Veal's on now. Lapsley gets a nice one in. Veal just tucks behind. Keeper jumps, but just can't get his hand on it. And he equalizes for us. So I was happy with a point. I mean, these guys are in the promotion playoff spots. They've been ahead of us. We only had 3 points coming into this game. So I was kind of happy at this point if we could snag a point out of this particular game. I felt like we'd be in decent shape. But then in the 88th minute, Anderson, who's been playing so well with assists, just finds Veal right there, gets up, gets his head on it, knocks it into the back of the net, and we end up taking all 3 points out of this particular game. So really overall pretty pleased with how this one went. So I'll see you guys, and we'll see what's going on until the next episode. So hold on a second. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, so we got a pretty busy stretch coming up here. Looks like we're going to be playing every couple of days for at least the foreseeable future. So this next episode, let's see here. Oh, we'll take it to Exeter. So we'll do 6 games in this next episode. So we have Derby in the Capital One Cup second round away. So hopefully there's some decent people in the seats to watch a Premier League team beat up on a League Two team there. So hopefully we can nick some money. I'm not expecting anything out of that. I'm hoping not to lose 10-0. Then we have Gillingham in the league, which is what I think we could win. Then we have Yeovil in the first round of the Johnson's Paint Trophy. And there, I think that's a winnable game. To make some progress in that competition. Then back in league play, we have recently relegated Scunthorpe United. They don't seem to be playing particularly well, so I'm actually thinking that that's a game we should be able to nick some points off of. Stevenage is up in the top. They're a tough team. We always have a hard time with them, so I'm not anticipating anything from that. And again, Exeter's up top, but that's a local one, so I think that'll be the feature game of next episode. We'll take a deeper look into the Exeter game, guys. So until next time, remember, please leave a like on the video if you like what we're doing. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content of my White Tigers Rising and Paul's creating a legacy with FC United of Manchester. If you got any feedback, hit us up on Twitter, leave a comment. I'm always more than happy to respond. I like taking a look. I like hearing what people think. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye now.